We on?
We live.
Mr. Stickermania from Louisville, Kentucky again.
Hold on, sorry. Let me get set. There we go. All
Got
right,
Sticker Kid. How's it going? Not great.
Shit.
Sticker granddaughter. Are we going? We're live?
Yeah, we're good. It just she moved on me and then I tried to get it adjusted. We're good.
I'll talk about a few things. Gonna do a couple unboxing today. I'm not getting any younger. I'm gonna unbox this expensive Paul McCartney sign. Eyes of the Storm, 1964, about the coming to America. Gonna unbox it today. Got this in today. Sticker Kid will help me open this. It is a Remco 1964 mascot doll with the guitar and the hang tag. We'll wait a second on that.
Where's my dad's phone?
We need that.
We had a lot of attention of our short videos we did this week, so we might have a couple new viewers today. Hopefully.
Joseph Mantano said, "Good evening, everyone." And Austin Davis said, "How are you doing, Sticker Kid?" And Joseph actually said one more thing.
Joseph what?
Joseph Mantano.
Yes.
He said, "Wonderful items. Can't wait to see him."
All right. How you doing there, Joseph? Sticker Kid's doing better this week.
Novas.
He's a little bit down and out last week, right?
Nova's Nick also said hello.
Nova Nick, all right. Finishing up on my board games that I unboxed last week. I was right about the Gilligan's Island, 1965 Gilligan's Island. I sold it for about the highest price that anybody sold it in the last few years, $500, and sold my Batman game from 1966 for $200. And my Flip Your Wig game, Beatles, sold today for $177. So the James Bond Thunderball had one card missing, so I'll probably put that at my antique toy mall booth. But that's all three of the expensive board games sold. Beatles memorabilia. Before I get into these audiophile pressings I'm going to talk about, I got this 1965 Beatles Paul McCartney Soaky bubble bath.
Okay.
Would you take bubble bath with him?
No.
No. Got the original cap on there. Made by Colgate Palmolive right across the river from Louisville over there in Jeffersonville, Indiana.
Does it have soap in it?
No, if the bubble, they'd be acidic and it would. When I came to Louisville, I had one of these that was in the box and the acidic bubble leaked on the way here and it took the paint right down the middle.
Oh no.
So anytime I buy these now, I say, make sure all the liquid is out of there.
Yeah.
Too old. Got this 1967 Time magazine in near mint condition with the caricatures of the Beatles on the cover. This was 2 months after Sgt. Pepper came out. Beautiful shape, no creases. Got the original coupons in there. Article on the Sgt. Pepper, and there's a lot of antique cars from 1968 that have full page ads in there.
Joseph Mantino said, how rare are the Ringo and Paul Soakies?
They only made Paul and Ringo because they were the most popular, and there's still a lot of them out there. but to get them in the original box that they came in is quite hard. There's rumors that some ex-Colgate Palmolive employees have whole closets full of Soakies in the boxes over there across the river, but I've never got a contact where I would buy a bunch of them if I could find out where they were.
You got someone asking about the time. Hold on.
About the time?
Daniel Castelio asked, "You have the Time Life collections?" Question mark.
I've had them on CDs before. The best of. Well, this is a this is a magazine here. But I think he's talking about those Time Life CDs they put out of 70s and 80s and 60s music.
He said the box set.
Yeah, that's it. The box sets.
Yeah. I've had those before. They're remastered real good, and for CDs, they're worth more than the normal CDs. All right. Anybody needs to get a hold of me about peeling their butcher cover, that is my email address for my YouTube channel. Mr. with a, what do you call it? Underscore STICKERMANIA at yahoo.com. Way to go, Sticker Kid. You knew the underscore. All that time you on the tablet playing Roblox, I guess paid off.
Daniel Castelio said, "I saw the 1964 issue Life magazine had all black and white photos of Beatles."
Yeah, I had the 1964 August issue I just sold last month. It was in real nice shape. Sold it for $100.
Not 1,000?
Got this in this week. See if I can get off YouTube for a second and do some reading. The Beatles Tune In, the extended version, about 1,350 pages long, 1 and 2. This is the complete by Mark Lewison of Tune In, Volume 1. Hopefully we get Volume 2 sometime this year, because like I said, we're not getting any younger. I'm 70 years old and I jogged 3 times this week, 2 miles each. So I feel pretty good about that. You want to go jogging? Remember when you used to jog with me to the grocery store? And Ariana did too? Or how about I should say Sticker granddaughter?
Just say her name.
Huh.
You
already spilled the beans?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, they're gonna find me on Facebook.
Let's talk about some audiophile pressings and then we'll do our unboxing.
What's this behind you on the floor? But you gotta be careful with that stuff. You would have to pick it up.
Give me the box.
Get the box.
Give me the box. Girl. Got a lot of views on these 2 videos. Got over 1,800 on this Beatles collection BC 13. If you notice, it's a darker color than the blue ones. This was one of the first 3,000 that Capitol Records imported from the United Kingdom and put together. And this one's number 400. And all the albums are still factory sealed inside it. With a little hype sticker said imported from England, capital EMI. Pretty nice. You got the Please Please Me. You got With the Beatles. Hard Day's Night. My favorite Beatles album, Beatles for Sale. I notice there's a lot of other people now on the YouTube Beatles channels that are giving this a second chance. They say there's something about it that's pretty powerful. Help. Their great folk rock album, Rubber Soul.
Yay.
Their psychedelic Revolver, the real psychedelic, Sgt. Pepper, PB Thal on the other day on Steve Westman's channel said his holy grail to get is Sgt. Pepper Nimbus Supercut. That's the one I had that was sealed that I got from Chad Cassim that I sold for $7,000, but I never opened it up. They say it really sounds amazing though. The White Album. I've had the White Album from the Holland box set before. This boast that Andrew from Polygram Auction says the best audiophile pressing of the White Album. Yellow Submarine. Abbey Road. This has a Tom Port from Better Records thinks this 78 pressing of Abbey Road is the best audiophile pressing ever of Abbey Road. But he has a $200,000 system, which I don't have, so I guess he's hearing it just a bit different than the rest of us. But Harry T. Moss recut it with less bass roll off, and it's supposed to sound better than the original -2, -1 from the United Kingdom.
Could they all sing?
They what?
Could they all sing?
All sing? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ringo's, you heard Ringo singing
I saw. I mean,
Honey Don't the other day.
Yeah, with Paul McCartney.
But Sticker granddaughters heard me play Beatles for Sale so many times that she liked I Follow the Sun so much that she put it in her playlist.
I like that song.
Am I right? I Follow the Sun.
Leave it, Daniel.
Which Beatle is singing I'll Follow the Sun?
I would assume Paul.
Yeah, Paul. That's right.
Hold on, wait.
Well, let me finish. Let It Be, and the rarities comes in this different than the normal rarities. It just comes in this blue paper sleeve. It was never factory sealed, and it's a Capitol pressing. It says mastered by Capitol Wally in the Dead Wax. That's a rare version of rarities. All right, what's the question?
Daniel Castillo said, I'm sure Reel to Reel beats the Nimbus at a fraction of the price.
So he's saying the reel tape beats the Nimbus cut.
Well, I've had the 7.5 reel to reel before, but I don't think anything, according to Andrew from Polygram Auctions, nothing beats the Nimbus Supercut or the Audio 5 from the early 80s when it was mastered.
Good opinions.
The Sgt. Pepper reel to reels from the late 60s, my Ampex tapes, 1968, 69. Everybody's got their own opinion. Andrew is pretty much the Beatles expert, though. Audiophile pressings.
Read what he said about Andrew.
Andrew gets a lot of free advertisement.
Yeah, he does. You have to skip through his 12 minutes of advertising.
But he's saying that a lot of people promoting, like you talk about it a lot.
Well, on Rachel Ghost, she had a Beatles tag, and half the people that said, which is your favorite Beatles channel was Polygram Auctions, Andrew.
He should pay you for promoting him.
Yeah, well, we've never really talked. He's given me a thumbs up on a few of my messages, but that's about it.
Oh, no.
Talking about the Sgt. Pepper Nimbus Supercut. This is a 1969 third pressing from the United Kingdom with a -1 stereo pressing. It still cracks a little bit when you open it up. It's got the flips on top. Stereo. It's in excellent, hardly played condition. It doesn't have sold in the UK across the middle. -1 Parlophone. Really nice. They got the cutouts and the original psychedelic red inner sleeve. All right, we're talking about audiophile pressings. We're going to talk about my 2,500 view video, short video I put up 24 hours ago.
24.
2,500 views.
25.
In my opinion, this is the most sought after audiophile stereo pressing that exists in the world. Led Zeppelin 2. The first pressing from Monarch Records with MO on the bottom. This is near mint condition. This pressing will knock your socks off.
No.
It is unbelievable. You hear the foundation of John Paul Jones and John Bottom. It's just cranking away, and on top of it, Jimmy Page and Robert Plant do their magic. It's just amazing why they didn't keep this pressing going, but the kid of the president of Atlantic Records, the record skipped and he stopped the presses. Says, you gotta calm this record down. But today's stereo equipment can handle this hot pressing, and it is hot to the max. This is for sale on my eBay STICKERMANIA 2853 eBay store for how many thousands of dollars?
3,000.
That's a good guess. You got it. Boy, Sticker Kid, she beat you.
3001.
3001.
Go ahead.
Somebody asked me earlier today if my price was negotiable, and I said, no, it is firm. Can you imagine this record? It's in the shrink, and it sold for a special price of $1.77 in October of 1969. Came out 3 weeks after Abbey Road was released. It was like changing the guard. You went from Abbey Road, and the Beatles were breaking up, and then you went to Led Zeppelin 2, the new kings of rock and roll. They came at the right time.
We have 4 comments.
All right.
Can I go?
Yeah, you got a question?
Yeah, I used the bathroom.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
be back.
You're doing so good.
Rah.
You are doing good. You're in a better mood.
Okay.
All right, question time.
Now we got 5. Okay, Joseph Mantino said, Led Zeppelin 2 is fantastic. And then Daniel Castillo asked, are you a fan of the instrumental track?
Instrumental what?
Track.
Instrumental
track.
On this,
Yeah.
the Moby Dick?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good on this pressing. I was cranking away the other day. Luckily, my neighbors weren't home at the time.
Joseph Mantino said, I can't imagine how well that pressing is.
It's unbelievable. Never heard a record album sound like this before. The most powerful rock album ever recorded, in my opinion. Some of you argue, but that's what I think. They were at their peak, and there's a lot of debate now going, well, why did Jimmy Page let that happen? When they changed the pressing and got rid of the hot mix. The Led Zeppelin had no idea it happened. They were busy gigging, partying. They had no idea what went on to that album pressing. So that's my answer. But another thing also, Monarch Records in LA was only a couple blocks from their manager's Peter Grant's office. And Peter Grant would go there almost every week to make sure they were making the best sounding pressings that ever of anywhere in the United States. And Peter Grant was a big, pushy guy. But even Mike from the In Groove says if you have an MO on the bottom of that record label, you probably have the best sounding pressing ever that exists of that album. It says right on there, ST A 691671-MO.
Daniel has one more on that.
Daniel Castillo asked, would you keep in the shrink or rather see the gatefold?
Oh, I have it in the gatefold, so I'm keeping it in the shrink. Here's a real nice one in the gatefold from the same era with the matte cover.
There's actually one more thing.
Has a Broadway address right there. That's what the original looked like, and then when they did reissues, it was a shiny cover, and that's how you know you don't have original 69, 70 first pressing of the gatefold.
Hey, read the last Daniel question and then go back to Joseph.
Led Zeppelin.
Daniel Castillo said, I bought a mint pressing Monarch and took it out the shrink.
So he bought a press and took it out. And then Joseph did the Joseph one.
I've had them before with a whole lot of love hype sticker, but I think it's pretty impressive that it's got that original store price tag of discounted at $177 when now it's a $3,000 album.
Okay.
But in 1969, people were buying these albums. They were had cheaper stereo equipment. They were going to parties and playing it for each other, and they were played to death. My guess is there's only about less than 50 near mint copies left that exist in the world of a Monarch pressing of Led Zeppelin 2 with the RLSS on both sides, which stands for Robert Ludwig Sterling Sound. That RLSS is in the dead wax on both sides. That makes all the difference.
Joseph Mantino asked, Mr. Stickermania, do you have any suggestions on how to get an original SGT Sgt. Pepper cutout sheet from the UK? I bought an original album, but the cutout sheet didn't come with it.
I don't buy too much from England. It's kind of a nuisance. It takes a long time to get it shipped. But I have bought stuff from England. I bought this scrapbook from England. That was my next thing we get into after audiophile pressings. I had a few more audiophile pressings to talk about.
Yeah, take the scrapbook off right now and do the pressings first. But he was just asking that. Then Daniel said earlier that his had the hype sticker on it too. His Monarch pressing that he opened.
Yeah, the hype sticker for Whole Lot of Love, or just the title?
Why did it say the message was retracted? Maybe he took it off.
They can do that. They do that on their own end.
Mrs. Stickermania.
Yeah.
When do we get you the box?
When we open the box,
Yeah.
and we'll do that after in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Deal?
Mm-hmm.
That's your highlight. Okay, a few more audiophile pressings. Sold this today. A Led Zeppelin 3 with the Mastercraft in the dead wax. Thou not wilt. Pretty sure that's what it says. It was a Jimmy Page little thing he put in there. The Mastercraft is on both sides. Real nice pressing of Led Zeppelin 3. The critics didn't like this album because I thought they were changing to folk and stuff and acoustic, but it's sure has. People love it now. There's the hype sticker for the titles on the back of the Led Zeppelin 3. Couple more Led Zeppelin audiophile pressings. Everybody knows about the Porky Pecco duck of the first Led Zeppelin Zosa 4. A physical graffiti with a hype sticker in the shrink. And a House of the Holy. A second issue with the hype sticker for dryer maker and the OBI that made the album cover politically correct, covered up young girls. Led Zeppelin, Houses of the Holy. What a great album. Plenty more. I wanted to talk about Beatles for sale, but I already talked about that. The butcher will do after, I guess, we opened up things. You ready to open stuff up?
What do you want to do, scrapbook?
No, he wants to open up. We'll open stuff up.
Can I do scrapbook?
All right, let's open up the Remco mascot doll. What happened to the box cutter?
She ate it.
All right, this one I'm gonna let you do. When I get into the Paul McCartney book, you're not gonna be able to touch that one. All right, hold your thumb on there, stand up.
That was a square.
You gotta go.
You got the dangerous blade.
You gotta go like that. Right through that little crease. You're doing good. Keep going. A little harder. Good job. Do that a little bit right there.
No,
You gotta
away
go like
from
this. Away from you. Go like that.
you. Oh, you're doing that way. You can go towards it then.
You gotta put it right there.
Right here?
No, like, you gotta angle it. There you go. Good job. You got a little, one more right there. Good job. You're learning. Let me get that cutter away from you. Alright, there's no bubble wrap for you this time.
Thank God.
That was a mean word.
Be careful. You're gonna get into the mascot here shortly. Keep going. Oh, I'm starting to see it.
I hope it isn't inside of this
Let's turn it around like this. Careful, careful. There it is.
Alright, now you can put everything back in the box.
Yeah, put that back in the box here. Put
What
it
did
on
I
here.
say? What did I say?
It says hang tag inside package.
No, you want that.
Now let's get the hang tag out. Somebody put a Beatle collection on the internet, on eBay, and a lot of it had condition issues, but the two nice things was the brunch bag girls that I bought from him and this item here.
You don't want that up there.
There's the original hang tag. This is a $300 hang tag. Beatles mascot doll. Not a reproduction, but the real deal with no creases. Got the original string on there. And it's got the original guitar in nice shape. Let's say you don't get them in much better condition than that. I'll be putting that up for $500 on my eBay store tomorrow. Boy, that hang tag's in better shape than I thought it was going to be.
What'd you say?
That's a hang tag. It hung right there
That's
in the
why
store.
they had it in that case. They took care of it, whoever had it.
Yeah,
That
they really
looks
took care of it.
creepy. I woke up with that next to me.
You think that doll's creepy looking?
The old mascots, they all looked alike. There wasn't a John Paul George. They just kind of made a generic Beatle.
Well, it was different about them.
They were different colors, but they all had the same face. All right, let's put that hang tag away
Why?
That thing's in good shape.
because that's where the value's at right there.
So this is with nothing.
Oh, that's worth something, but this makes it twice as much. That's how Beatle memorabilia works. Got to be complete.
Be
and
careful putting it
Beautiful
in there.
shape. Can you, Sticker Kid, can you put that over there in the corner to get it out of the way, please?
It's so far away.
You'll be alright.
They should make a Beatles movie.
They have Beatles movies.
Alright, we're gonna open the
One with the Beatles in it.
sealed sign.
I mean, they had what? Hard Day's Night. You had.
Paul, Eyes of the Storm, 1964. Paul McCartney signed 175 of these books. This is a special edition. This is number 55. I said I was never going to open this up, but I'm not getting any younger, and last week somebody sold an open one for $9,000. So I guess they want to see what's inside. They want to see that autograph before they're going to spend the money.
I get it cut this.
No.
No, this is real expensive.
Yeah.
How much?
It's up there for $8,000.
Oh my.
You might sit down.
Yeah. Can you sit down and you're making him nervous?
But a small thing just makes sitting down.
No, just sit down. Be good. Let him do his thing.
I'm glad you're in a decent mood today.
Huh?
You're in a better mood today.
And I didn't sleep.
Alright.
Play.
Got the top flap. Got that one done. Let's put the cutter away, please.
Oh,
Don't want anybody getting hurt.
where's the green part?
That's the original packing of it. From the book store it must have come from. Martin Luther King, Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Flyleaf Books. Each bookstore was only allowed one of these. All right, let's get that all. That's like stuck to it.
I would almost leave that on there. That's like a, I don't know.
There we go. It's a bookmark from the book company.
I was wondering, I thought it was a sticker.
All right, here we go. Paul McCartney, 1964, Eyes of the Storm. Yes, in the special shipping box. There it is.
Can I have the stuff inside?
No.
No, it has to go back exactly the way it is. Can you set that on top of the other box, please? Be careful with it.
I don't like it.
Well, be careful with that one.
1964 was when you were born.
Can you put that in there, in the box?
Was it when Grandma
I was born in 1954. I was 10 years old when the Beatles came to America,
Don't tell me you.
So
That's
Grandma-
and the world went from, in my opinion, the world went from black and white to color February 7th of 1964
Girl?
when the Beatles came to America. All right, there it is in the, all wrapped up in the wrapping.
Did you meet Martin Luther King?
I saw Martin Luther King when he went by at an airport, but that was as close as I saw. I didn't shake his hand or anything. I shook Bobby Kennedy's hand. He was at the Muncie, Indiana airport, and he was in this little caravan, like a tractor pulling, and he just stuck out his hand. He just went like that real quick. John Kennedy's younger brother.
Oh,
Mrs.
didn't John Kennedy
Stickemania.
get shot?
Yes.
I'm tall as you.
You are taller than me. All right, I guess I'm gonna open this up. Let's be careful. Got a little tab here.
Yeah, well, Joyce said he got some.
I'm gonna need the cutter.
Ooh. Be careful with that. That's thin paper.
Rip the paper.
Yeah, you just have to rip it and buy a new buy. I don't know. Yep, that went.
There we go. Here's one side. You got one tab right there.
Be careful. Unboxing videos with Frank.
Unboxing with Mr. Stickermania.
Oh, grab it.
Or Frank. They know me as Frank too.
Oh, that's the.
There it is. Got it.
Yay.
Look at that blue special slipcase
That is pretty.
with that picture of Paul taking himself picture in the mirror.
That's cute.
Paul McCartney, 1964, Eyes of the Storm. That's a picture of all he took of the photographers taking pictures back at him of the Beatles. All right, we're gonna see that sign. Can you put that real carefully in that box there?
I got a red box right here.
Joseph said that is beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful. Look at that, it looks so much different than the regular book. Got the special case with all the negatives, little folder, and the Paul McCartney autograph must be inside here. There it is, I see it.
Oh,
Boy, I'm nervous to open that page. Number 55, he signed of these 175 books. A big Paul McCartney autograph.
Yeah, you can tell that's white.
That is amazing.
It's a STICKERMANIA.
why do you have a pen?
Gotta put this away.
Who has a marker?
STICKERMANIA.
All right, that is heck of a unboxing there.
Mr. STICKERMANIA.
That was so cute. Satisfying.
Is that all that goes? It doesn't go back in there?
Oh yeah, I guess it does.
I thought that went back in there.
Right there.
Turn the other way.
Put in the back.
I think it was brand new.
Then we'll have to probably get some new tape that yeah, brand new, but we'll at least put them
Put
back
the,
in the
put
box.
the little tapes, tape it the same way it was.
Mr. STICKERMANIA.
Yes,
Can I call you by your real name?
Frank. Yeah, go ahead.
Fine.
Alright, read the Daniel one.
What's the last one?
No, I have scrapbooks to talk about, and I wanted to talk about some. Here, we'll talk about that.
Daniel Castillo said, I heard Ringo no longer does autographs.
Ringo stopped doing autographs a few years ago. In 1992, he stopped signing his last name, and it might have been 5 years ago he told fans to stop sending them requests for autographs because he wasn't going to do it anymore. The only thing he signs now is for a charitable, when he sells his special limited books or something for charity. All right, we talked about Helen Wheels by Paul McCartney and Wings. Here's two foreign picture sleeves. That one's from France, one's from Germany. They just put Paul McCartney's website, just put the 1973 video back up on Helen Wheels, all remastered. And I like that song back there when I just got out of high school, but that video was a lot of fun. The Band on the Run 50th anniversary box set is going to be pretty nice.
Remember that song with Paul McCartney and Rihanna?
Yeah, 45 seconds.
Yeah.
This was a 1972 Give Ireland Back to the Irish that I sold today. The original yellow picture sleeve and the what do you call that? The Irish, Give Ireland Back to the Irish. But I sold that for $30 today. And one other thing of Paul McCartney and Wings, the song that I loved was recorded just 2 hours south of where I am now in Nashville, Tennessee, Junior's Farm.
But crazy times.
Talked about that. Before we get into the scrapbooks, want to talk about my first state butcher cover. People love to talk about butcher covers on Rachel Ghost and Every YouTube channel I see, the vinyl community, somehow, some way, in a long live stream, the butcher cover is brought up. This is the most watched, most views I've ever had on anything in 16 years on eBay. My first state butcher cover that was never covered over. One of the top 50 conditioned in the world.
Yay.
$20,000. There's 88 watchers and over 1,500 people have brought up the listing.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just have to drink some more. Got the COA from Perry Cox. Letter of authenticity. Got a unplayed mono record that goes with it. From the East Coast. Shiny like a mirror. Yesterday and today. With a small one, the East Coast from Scranton. Got a number 3 on the back, right down there. The only flaw is there's a little bit of a crease on that one corner. Was never put in a frame during the 55 year. They pulled it off the first hour. This would be June of 1966. But I've never had so much interest in an item on anything I ever put on eBay.
That is cool.
It is cool. Let's
Wait
put it
till
away.
he puts it away.
Let me put it away.
God, like that's
Too
too expensive.
late.
He's talking about how expensive it is, and you're sitting
Are you
there trying to
listening?
put a water
Are you
bottle.
listening to what I just said? Oh, what much it's worth?
He was just trying to help.
I
because
know,
you
but
get
I
off.
told him not while you got the expensive item on the table.
And that's the copy of the Capitol Records recall letter. All these were supposed to go back to the factories, but a few people ignored that and held on to them for all those years.
That's a side you got.
All right, let me get the butcher cover off the table.
And then you can give him some water. There you go.
Thank you. Good job, Sticker Kid. Give me a smile. Show them how you cut your hair.
No.
What, he cut his own hair?
Yeah, I cut it on there.
What the heck?
Cut his calic off and he cut a little bit off where you can almost see his scalp.
What are you doing?
Why'd you do that?
I hate my thing.
Your haircut?
All right, can you put that on there and put it away for me?
Still got your dad to do it.
No.
Butcher cover.
Come on, put it on. Get off the table. He's putting it on
It's
next
so
time.
hard to though.
This is the second state that I haven't peeled yet. You can see plainly, you can see Ringo's V-neck right there. And his Ringo's head above the V-neck. This is also an East Coast with a water-based glue. And I might get the nerve.
I think we're gonna record it.
We're gonna get the nerve when I do this that my son's gonna record it, and then we're gonna like show a
Figure something out, yeah.
12-minute
'Cause
highlight.
that one video is now a top video. It's like 1,400.
Yeah.
The one that shows the butcher cover, the steps that we did that one
Yeah.
time.
I think we're gonna show me steam peeling it, just show the highlights. So look forward to that in 2024. Are you gonna help me do that? You gonna learn when you're 13? No comment, huh? But I'm in no hurry. We're gonna do it. I already have 5 butcher covers up on eBay, so I don't need the 6 at the moment. But once I start selling them, we're gonna video me steam peeling an East Coast butcher cover. I peeled 100 of these in my lifetime.
When?
No, it's not set. Just wait.
All right. We showed that.
Joseph said that That would be great to see.
It would be. Next, we get a lot of views. All right, talking about something I bought from England. Beatles scrapbooks. Every once in a while, you can find one that's got a lot of stuff inside it. A lot of Beatles memorabilia, Rolling Stones. I have another one coming in the next week that has a signed fan club card by George Harrison. Has a Beatles ticket. When the closed circuit theater in March of 1964, when the Beatles, it was their performance at the Washington Coliseum, has a ticket for the Rolling Stones to see them at the Hollywood Bowl 1965, and also has a full-page ad from the LA Times advertising the show, and it's even got a flyer to see Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention. But it was in Louisville last night, and I thought I was going to get it today, and then all of a sudden the Postal Service sent it back to New Jersey. So hopefully I'll get that for the next live stream.
What is wrong with the Postal Service?
This is a scrapbook from England, 1963-64. Somebody went to all the shows in England, in their area, near London. All these came out of that scrapbook there. In April 1964, they went to the New Musical Express Poll Winners All-Star Concert. And they saw the Beatles and the Stones at the same show. And that's a ticket stub from that day. Can you imagine the Beatles and the Stones being at the same concert? They only, each group did about 5 songs. But you had Billy J. Kramer, Brian Poole and the Tremolos, Dave Clark 5, the Hollies. Frank Efield wasn't there, he was ill. Freddie and the Dreamers, Jerry and the Pacemakers, there's the Hollies. Kathy Kirby, the Mersey Beats, Chet Harris, Joe Brown, all those were at the same show. You've seen video of the Beatles that day. They were on fire. McCartney was leading the way.
How'd they meet?
How'd they meet? In Liverpool. They were met through school and so. This is the hit parader from May 1964 with the Beatles on the cover. It's all about that concert. And there's this was a supplement for the New Musical Express, saying how they were voted in. Winners supplement. And when they voted for like the world's vocal group, the Beatles were 14,000. Everly Brothers was second with 3,000. World male singer Cliff Richard, world female singer Brenda Lee, British vocal group Beatles 18,000. The Searchers were second with 2,000. The Beatles were dominating the poll. And then when they picked the best songs, they said the Beatles, She Loves You, Twist and Shout, Please Please Me, and From Me to You were all the top 4 before Jerry and the Pacemakers had their song of You'll Never Walk Alone. The rest of the top 10 was Searchers, A Sweet for My Sweet, Cliff Richard, It's All in the Game, Shadows, Atlantis, Cliff Richard, Don't Talk to Him, and Jet Harris, Diamonds. I don't know too many of those other songs. You had to be in England.
Would you be able to be friends with someone that don't like the Beatles?
Yeah, but I would sure try to get them to change their opinion. All right, other programs that came out of that scrapbook real quick. They got if you can believe this, the Rolling Stones was the opening group on this in late 1963 for the Everly Brothers, Bo Diddley, and Little Richard. They went to the show on November 1963 at the Nottingham Odeon. The Everly Brothers was the main group. But he opened it up. It's got an ad for Come On by the Rolling Stones. And it has a list there. The Rolling Stones was the fourth group up on the roster before the intermission. And they weren't even in the second half when Bo Diddley and the Everly Brothers played. So the Rolling Stones are the opening group.
Daniel Castillo said Little Richard was not impressed by the Beatles when he played in Hamburg.
Not impressed by him? Yeah, but he'd like to take credit that when Paul McCartney did Little Richard and Long Tall Sally and I'm Down and stuff, he wanted to take credit that he influenced the Beatles.
Oh no.
We got a felt program for Cliff Richard there for 1963. We got two Roy Orbison and Freddie and the Dreamer programs. One's from 63 and one's from 64. The Searchers was on this one. And the female that collected all these programs, she went backstage and Freddie from Freddie and the Dreamers threw this out the window of his dressing room. It's a promo card for Freddie and the Dreamers, but on the back it says, from Freddie out of his dressing room window. So that was a special from Freddie. Big hit. I'm telling you now. You guys know that song or Do the Freddie? Had a few other ones.
He said he always liked Paul, but not the other members.
Who's that?
Talking about
Daniel
Little
Castillo.
Richard?
Yeah.
But he influenced Paul so much and Paul imitated him. That's why he liked Paul. That's what I think. You got a glossy photo for Roy Orbison came out of the scrapbook. Another one of Freddie and the Dreamers. Got a program for Jerry and the Pacemakers when they were a headlining group with their big hits, How Do You Do It, and I Like It, and You Never Walk Alone. And they had one other #1 song. I'm not coming up with it right now. Ferry Cross the Mercy. Billy J. Kramer, I got a couple programs of him. When he was big, he had that big hit, Bad to Me, and he recorded some unreleased Beatles tracks. That's from 1963. Brian Epstein presents the Billy J. Kramer Pop Parade. And Cilla Black is in this program with Billy J. Kramer. And she also was managed by Brian Epstein. But after a few years, they would get upset because Brian Epstein spent all his time pretty much on the Beatles. But who could blame him? This was from February of 1964. Cilla Black was the last one on the Swinging Blue Jeans, the Escorts. There's Cilla Black. She had that. She did Love of the Love that Paul McCartney wrote, and It's For You. Paul also wrote Step Inside Love for her. So that was a pretty nice scrapbook, but I got another real nice one coming, and I haven't even taken everything out of here yet. There's more programs for Joe Brown and other artists in here, and other promo photos. the Searchers. There's a promo for the Searchers. And Brian Poole and the Tremolos. One thing about Brian Poole and the Tremolos is when Dicka was going to put one of the groups on their label, and the Beatles went and auditioned for him, and at the same time Brian Poole and the Tremolos auditioned for him, and they went with Brian Poole instead of the Beatles because they were from London, so it would have been easier to record them and promote them. But boy, that was a big mistake, not going with the Beatles. So they ended up at Parlophone with George Martin. Pretty nice scrapbook.
I think so too.
From 1963 and 64 from a girl in England. I'll wait till you see my scrapbook from next week. It's going to be amazing too. I think I covered about everything I was going to talk about.
Yeah, well, almost at midnight. It's 11:56. So I mean, you can
Any other
close it out.
questions before I wrap this up?
Have a good Sunday. Go to church if you believe in it.
Yeah, I did my jogging. I had to jog in the rain one day. It got sopping wet, but I did it. I had to go out there and do it. When you're 70 and you've been jogging your whole life, you can't all of a sudden stop. What do you think, Sticker Kid? Liven up, liven up. Just tell everybody bye.
Yeah, we're getting ready to end. That's what you're ready to do.
All right, tell everybody bye, and then we'll be done.
Once you're out, what's your little...
There you go.
Do a little dance as you go out.
Do your little thing.
You know you want to do your dance.
All right. Thanks a lot from Mr. STICKERMANIA. Check with us next Saturday because it'll be another barn burner. See you later.
Yeah.